Welcome, Spirit Bus 33 fam. We're going to take a little ride. Buckle up. Route number 50 is right ahead.
Your spiritual beings having a human experience.
Thank you for being here, for spending your precious energy right here, right now. Thank you for having this earth experience, same time as me. I truly hope that the challenge of taking care of your main squeeze, aka you, has been going well. Keep it up, fam. Yes. Keep taking care of you. The person that you will have from the time you enter this earth experience all the way until the end when the next adventure begins. Now do a little check-in. How was your last week? Were you going through some smooth roads? Were there some potholes? Were you going down some really bumpy backwoods dirt roads? Maybe you were creating your own road. Reflect, observe, set some intentions. For our journey today, Route 50 starts with clapping. As we ride down Route 50, visualize your friends, your family, your fam, the ones, maybe all of them, would recognize the ones that are really rocking it in all ways. Maybe someone is having an open healing journey that shares public successes. Maybe another is clean and sober today, number 33. Another just started a new job. Another a new relationship. Another friend just had a baby. Whatever the circumstances, have you clapped? Now, perhaps clapping is literal or a metaphor for words of encouragement, a like on a post, a comment, a smile, a written note of encouragement. And with that, now we take a little exit on a recognized boulevard. I challenge you to pause this, pause the podcast, and write down some names of some peeps that you want to encourage. And then start thinking about unique ways to do so. And I think as you see, you're going to see that some authentic congrats is likely easy peasy because we're genuinely excited for these people. But wait, I also challenge you to see if there's someone you know you love that is doing big things and there's a twinge of a something, maybe a judgment. Perhaps you think that they're not going to follow through, reaching too big, not equipped, Maybe you notice some jealousy, maybe some of your own insecurity. I challenge you. And if you find that there are some people in your life that fits, if that resonates, those people go to the top of the list and you clap away. A quote from Jay Shetty: real friends clap the loudest when you win, even if they're still waiting for their turn. Real friends know your success is a reflection of hard work, not luck. Real friends are happy to see you shine because your light doesn't dim theirs. So now we're still traveling. We're still going down a recognized boulevard. And I encourage you to also clap for yourself. So many conditioning experiences have taught us that recognizing our own successes, well, it isn't humble, it's egoic. Fam. Recognizing our own abilities and our successes is so important so that you can stand in your power. So that when someone claps for you, you don't shrink and say things like, oh, it's nothing. Anyone can do it. It's not a big deal. All that does is solidify an old story that must be present that minimizes your worth. Of course, we're not smug saying, oh, well, of course, I am the greatest at this that has ever been on this earth. No. Oh, but we can still be humble. We can still work on ego reduction, and we can still allow ourselves to be recognized. Thank you. It did take a lot of work to get here. I am proud of myself. I appreciate you noticing. I have been so passionate about this project. So we're heading back on the ramp, back onto Route 50, and we see around us that everything is an energy transfer. Everything in exchange. A smile, a hug, kind words, a gesture, encouraging face expressions. We see that we are a walking, talking energy worker with every action, spoken and written word that ripples out of us. We have an enormous amount of influence. And we have the ultimate choice of how we use that gift. With that said, we reflect on the journey that we had on Recognized Boulevard and the quote from Jay Shetty, taking in all the good from it, learning, observing, but then becoming aware of the term real. Real friends do fill in the blank. Speaking out, quote unquote, real friends, well, then that suggests that some are not real. Now, we could take a little exit. We could go down Alan Watts Avenue that we can see in the distance. What is real? He says, a fun journey, but for now, we'll stay steady on Route 50. The scenery shows that it's not black and white. Categorizing someone as a real friend or not a real friend is not seeing all the shades of gray that are present. So if someone's not clapping for you, so to speak, getting curious is the next exit. Curious Boulevard, to the right. When we observe our judging mind, we see there is a lot of complexity happening. Some of your thoughts might condemn certain friends. They don't reach out. They don't care about me. I can tell. They don't even think I'm important. In the distance, We see Michael Singer's Untethered Soul Streets. We can continue to do the work on understanding the roommate in our mind. For now, we're going to keep trucking, know as we can always find that street again. And we take a sharp left onto Sadhguru Boulevard. Sadhguru shares, when do I have to forgive you? First thing, I criminalize you for something. Then I am trying to forgive you. Why is this a problem? I don't criminalize you. I just accept you the way you are. Where is the question of forgiveness? It's simply complicating life. I don't care what you are, whatever you are. I'm okay with it. That's the way you are. That's how human beings are. So people get into this thing because they have unrealistic expectations of other people. Because their expectations are unrealistic, they will criminalize someone else in their mind. And then one day they'll forgive them. Don't play God. You are not a perfect human being. So is nobody else around you. Accept them if you can. Transact with them if you can. Deal with them. If you can do business with them, if you can have a relationship with them, fine. If you cannot, no, you leave them alone. So we turn back out of Sadhguru circle to Route 50, and for now we discard the term real. We're replacing it with perhaps preferred. And we see that while some people maybe are not clapping, they show up in other ways. Some, we step away, knowing that the time has come to slowly exit without judging them for being imperfect. We recognize that even when we're unable to chill with someone for whatever reason, does not mean our interpretation of them defines them. We are complex beings. While we head down Route 50, we see that when we walk away from others, when their unhealed parts influence our lives in a way that is detrimental to our homeostasis, this choice might be temporary. It might change, or it might be permanent. And that's okay. For those that don't fall into extreme categories, off to the left we see a billboard, Don Miguel Ruiz Jr., Mastery of Self. As we construct the dream of the planet, we have a choice to love each other unconditionally or conditionally. When we love each other unconditionally, our mirror is clean. We see others and ourselves as we really are, beautiful expressions of the divine. But when the fog of attachment and domestication clouds our perception and we put conditions on our love, we're no longer able to see the divinity in others and ourselves. We are now competing for a commodity that we have mistaken as love. Now I encourage you to look at everyone around you, everyone that is having this earth experience. Pause, take a moment, see them. Imperfect, yes, yet beautiful, just like you. As we come to an end, Route 50 is coming to an end. We take some wisdom from Gemma Monroe. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Every step you've taken has been necessary. Give yourself credit rather than berating yourself for how long your journey is taking. We all need our own time. to travel our own distance. Well, Spirit Bus fam, while some chapters come to a close with people in our life, the majority transforms into different chapters. Some, they're within our inner circle. We can share so many amazing parts of ourselves. Some of them ripple out into outer circles, acquaintances, professional, interactions. It's all joyous. It's all beautiful. We're having such a complex earth experience, such a journey. A reading from the Osho deck. First card, Innocence. Let's take a moment. Reach into your mindfulness practices. Take a moment to look around. Look around at all of the beauty. Look around at all of the innocence that is not clouded, by this human conditioning, by the human drama. A rock in your front yard. A tiny bud starting to grow on the tree of spring. A leaf blowing in the wind. These beautiful moments of this innocence, beauty that surrounds us every day when we slow down and we mindfully observe this life of ours unfolding. Second card, Healing. This is your earth experience. If you're still here, thank you for taking a little ride on Route 50. But if you're here and you're listening to me, you're obviously on your own healing journey. Otherwise, my words wouldn't even make sense to you. This would be boring. This would not be interesting. So lean into your healing practices, mind, body, belief system practices. Challenge yourself. This is perfect timing. We're exiting, the eclipse today, which is shedding, which is releasing things that no longer serve us. Perfect timing to lean into the practices that help you feel aligned, that help you with the discipline, that help you feel the calm, grounded presence, so that you can create, dream, build. Last card, Abundance. Take a look around. Take a look around at all the abundance that you have. There was a past version of yourself that dreamt up this abundance, that desired what you have right now. So take a moment to sit in that gratitude. All the abundance that you've worked so hard. You've worked so hard to get here. Not just monetary abundance. Look how much you've worked on yourself. This is like back to that quote. This wasn't luck. Look at all the hard work that you've done. And then keep going, keep dreaming. More abundance in all ways flowing to you. But with those dreams comes action steps. Of course, some of it, yes, just we manifest it and here it is. But honestly, the majority of manifestation is dreaming big and then figuring out the action steps and walking towards it and manifesting it to become reality. It's not sitting and just expecting it to pop into your lap. I do love it when that happens. I do. But dream big of all the different types of abundance you want in all the different types of ways. And then start taking steps. Start walking down that road. Start creating big and bold. Shooting for the stars. Who told you that you couldn't shoot for the stars? Who said that that life was too big? No matter what it is, like, go for it. Reach, challenge yourself, evolve. Last card from Don Miguel Ruiz is 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from God. Now, if the word God, put whatever word you need in there. If you're getting snagged on that, shift it into source energy, universe, divine mystery, the great expression, whatever word you need. But the message still rings true, whatever word that you have there. Your word, written, spoken, typed, is the power that you have to create. It is a gift. So speak out loud what you're working on. Speak it out loud and talk about it as it's happening, as it's unfolding. Speak it so loud into existence that every day you're getting up and you're speaking about you working on it, and you are doing the action steps and you work on it until it's created. Because that is where the power is. We can have all these ideas rolling in our minds of all the things that we might want to do. But until we start speaking it into creation, it'll just be a dream. So, Spirit Boss fam, I appreciate you. Until next time, we got Route 51 coming up next week. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning in. Your spiritual beings having a human experience.